Okay, this is a special video on how to cancel fractions. Some people have problems in canceling fractions. Let's see this example. First thing what you should do is start canceling by the lowest common multiple, lowest common factor. Yeah. So this is 12, so it should be divisible by 2. This is 30, is 0, so that also should be divisible by 2. So let us take, if you divide this by 2, you get 6. And if you divide this by 2, you get 15. Okay. Now can we go ahead? We can. 6 can be divided by 2, but 15 cannot be. So the next is we can try 3. 3 twos are and 3 fives are. So the final cancellation will become 2 upon 5. You cannot have something more than this because they don't have anything common in between. Okay. Okay, another way of doing this is let's take the same example, 12 upon 13. What you could do is you can write down the factors of 12. These are the factors of 12 and factors of 15. Factors of 12 is 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. 4 into 3 is 12 and 1 into 2 into 3 is 5. So these are the factors. Now you start cancelling. And what remains is 2 in the numerator and 5 in the denominator. So this becomes 2 upon 5. This is also one possibility. If you have larger numbers, maybe you can try this out. Okay, let's take another example. A slightly larger number, 125 divided by 525. The factors of 125, if we want, we can find it out like this. 125 divided by 5 is 25. 25 divided by 5 is 5. And these are the factors. So you get 5, 5, 5, and 1, which we can write down here. And then 525 is 3, 5, 5, 7, 1. Factorize, I mean, finding factors is easy. I mean, you just have to keep on dividing. Start by 2, then 3, and 5. They have to be prime factors. What do we use on this side? Okay, what do we use on this side? We use 2, 3, not 4. If you get 4, that means you can divide by 2 also. So you should keep on dividing. 5, 7, 11, 13. These are all the prime numbers. You should divide by these only. You should not get 4, 9, and all that here. Okay. So you should divide only by 2, 3, 5. These are prime factors. So now we have the prime factors now of these two numbers. Now it will be easy for us to cancel. 1 and 1 we can cancel. 5 and 5. 5 and 5. That's all. So now you'll have 5 upon 3 multiplied by 7. So 21. So this is the lowest possible ratio. Okay, you cannot have, there is nothing common between 5 and 21. So this is the lowest possible ratio. So this is how you do this. Okay, then another common one is with a decimal. So the easiest would be that you remove the decimal. If you shift the decimal one place here, this will become 12 point nothing, maybe 12.0. If you shift one decimal point here, you must add a 0 here. So it will be 12 divided by 30. Now you have already done this here, so I'm not doing it again. The answer will be 2 upon 5. Okay, 2 upon 5. Let's take another example of say 12.5 divided by 5.25. Okay, maybe this will be the most complex that you could be having. So you are shifting this here, so it will be 12.5. So that will become 125. So you must add uh, a 0 here. Okay, if you shift this here, and here you are shifting. If you want to remove this, you are shifting 1 and 2. So you should add zeros here. So what will become is 525 upon 0, 12.5 upon 525. So that will be the uh, okay. And of course you have a 0 here, so you put 0 here. So this will become cancel 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. So 125 upon 525. So this should become 5 upon 21. How do we know this? 5 upon 21? Well, we already done it here. So two things, I mean, a couple of things to remember, that if you have large number, if you have small numbers, you can start cancelling right away. 12 and 30 by 2, and then by 3, and then by 5, and then by 7. Use all the prime factors. And if you have very large numbers, you can have factors like this on the numerator and denominator, and start cancelling to get say a thing like this, 2 upon 5, or larger numbers 5 upon 21. If you have a decimal, if you shift one decimal point on the right, then you add a 0 in the denominator. And if you shift 1 0 towards the right in the numerator, I mean in the denominator, you add a 0 in the numerator. So this is what we done. We had 5.25. Let's write this again, 5.25. So you are shifting 1 and 2. So what you have added is 2 zeros here. And 12.5, you shifted one the decimal point here. So you added 1 0 here. So 12500 upon 52500, which you get 5.21, which is the same as this.